is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham. I've got Jean Gallant back with me from Hey Day, and you brought a guest with you this year. We've never met you before. This is your first time on FYI. I've got Sandy Kelly. Welcome to FYI.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you for having us.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
We really appreciate your support.
62 years Hey Day's been going on.
62 years, yeah. It's such a popular event, you know. It was started before the hospital was even built to help raise money for the hospital. It's put on entirely by volunteers from the Kemptville Hospital Auxiliary, and it's run by volunteers, and every penny goes back to the hospital. Matter of fact, last year we had raised so much money from Hey Days and other fundraising events that the Auxiliary does. We were able to give $160,000 to put the CT scanner in, and of course now it's in, it's operating, it's full up, it's going really well. So
absolutely, and amazing to have that resource right in Kemptville. You know,
that's awesome.
And that's what fundraisers are all about.
Exactly,
to help the hospital. Yeah. Now you're with the Auxiliary and you're a volunteer with Hey Day.
Yes.
Now speaking of volunteers, you've got like 300 volunteers helping it.
Close to 300. Yes.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
How long have you been doing that for?
I can't recall how long, but 15 years at least.
Okay, so we should recognize you as the shoe and purse lady.
Yes.
Yes, right.
Yes. Yes, the shoes and ladies, purses and belts and hats. Hats were always our fun thing.
Right.
I guess in the beginning when Hey Day began, hats were very common for ladies, and every once in a while we'll get some really nice hats in, and we'd like to wear them around and show off our booth and everything. But yeah, it's great. We have a great team, and I'm looking forward to my new role this year, helping Jean out with organizing everything, so it's fun.
Oh, and it's amazing the amount of people that show up to us. But let's start from the beginning, donations.
Yes.
Donations, we're going to start doing that on June 4th and 5th?
Exactly, yes. So Wednesday, June the 4th, beginning at 1 p.m. and going through till 7 p.m., folks can drop off their donations at the Municipal Center on County Road 44 in Kemptville, and there'll be a couple of teams kind of unloading cars and that kind of thing. We ask people to be patient because there is a lineup that develops, and so sometimes people start dropping they get frustrated and they start dropping their things off at near the highway and down the side of the municipal building, and our volunteers have to trek all the way down there and bring them back. But it's so people can be patient. We would really appreciate that. And then again on Thursday, June the 5th, and that's between 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. So donations would be more than welcome.
And it's a nice long period of time too, both days. You know, it's like 6-7 hours. You've got time to donate them and everything like that. Now, popular items. I wrote down a list of your popular items too. You've got books, toys, clothing, sports equipment. I can't even read. Electronics, housewares, plants, home decor, jewelry, linens, small pieces of furniture, and accessories. Those are your real popular items. Christmas decorations too. You got a big Christmas section too.
Oh my gosh, vintage Christmas ornaments are really popular right now, especially with the younger folks. I find they're collecting them. My niece collects them.
I know, I collect them too. I've got a house full of Christmas stuff, but there's always something there.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, we could talk Christmas.
Yeah, vintage and
absolutely.
it's amazing, and the collectibles that are there. I just, it just blows my mind what people are willing to donate to this, right, Sandy?
Yes.
Yeah, what they're willing to donate. I mean, and we can only sell them for a fraction of what others could get for them because we have such a short period of time to sell. But people just donate things.
They know it's going to the hospital.
It's going to the hospital. Exactly. Yeah, every penny goes to the hospital, and so they're happy to have it there, and people are so happy to.
I mean, you have two big supporters of this event too. You've got people who've been saving their items to be able to donate to the hospital this way. You know, not everybody has got money to be able to donate, but they've got some stuff they can donate.
Exactly.
And then you've got the supporters that come out and buy stuff too.
That's right.
And probably some of both.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, but they also volunteer their time.
Yes.
So they donate. They volunteer their time to help bring the donations in and sort them and sell them, and then they go and buy things too. So
that's right. That's right.
It's just amazing.
And the 50/50 tickets. I mean, those are a big seller.
Yes.
So last year they raised $8,000, and the winner received $4,000. So we're hoping it'll be a little higher this year.
And you've been out and about selling them already.
Last weekend I was at the farmers market in Kemptville, and again this week I'll be there with my partner Eleanor Scott, and we'll be selling them there at the farmers market. So you must come and see us.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, you can get the tickets the weekend of as well, too.
Oh yes,
at the
they're
event.
there,
Yes,
for sure. Yes,
that's
there'll be
right.
lots to do there.
So yeah, on the Friday night, that would be the 6th.
Friday night, yes, June the 6th, between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. We're open, that's when the sale opens.
And that's when the lineup starts.
Oh, yes,
Oh, they
yes.
lined up earlier than that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
They start in the afternoon, pretty much, some of them.
Wow.
To get there first in
Yeah.
line. So.
And then Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So Mayor Nancy Beckford will be there to draw the winning lottery ticket and other tickets. And Frank Vasallo, who's the CEO of the hospital, will be there to draw other raffle tickets too. So it's a ton of fun. It's just, the place is, well, you've seen it.
Oh, yes.
It's just packed with things, everything you could imagine. One year we had this big Kool-Aid jug, kind of my height, you know, and great big
wow.
Kool-Aid, you know, the old-fashioned Kool-Aid glass jugs. One of those was there.
Can I ask you to tell the story about the knight?
Oh yes, yeah. We had a donation of a knight in shining armor, and he was kind of 4 feet tall and quite a very staunch, with a sword and
Beautiful.
and yeah, beautiful, just beautiful. So it was donated to us, and CTV News was there, and they were filming this, and that happened to make the news. Well, it turned out, and a woman bought it, but it turned out that it was the mascot for one of our local high schools. And so we got calls and emails and messages saying that, oh my gosh, you know, you got our mascot and it was stolen and we want it back, by the way. So they got it back, and no problem.
And it's stories and memories, you know, when you've been doing this for years, you can tell, you know.
This is
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
This is it. You know the people.
Now, how do you get 300 volunteers? Wow.
Well, yeah, they volunteer, you know, almost as soon as we hear that Hay Day's coming up, the first thing we do is let our previous year's volunteers know, because some of them have been there for 40, even 50 years volunteering. It's amazing. They come back, they do the same thing, and, you know, they're the core of our group. They're the very heart of Hay Day, is these volunteers. And so, then we assign them to, we have Margaret Ruppel, who is our looking after our volunteers. So she'll assign them to different sections, because we have 25 sections. So she'll assign them to different sections. Then the section heads assign them shifts to work, so they know when they're supposed to come.
You're very
we
well
make sure
organized.
it sounds that way, doesn't it? It's controlled chaos. But so, and each volunteer has a badge. So we have a security team in there to make sure that only people who are wearing badges are in there during setup and times and that kind of thing. And and then from there we go out and we say, okay, we need volunteers for this or volunteers for that, and people just come and I'll help. And so
Now, is there anything, you know, before people get in these big long lineups, to donate anything that you don't want donated?
Yes, there's
Yeah, you go ahead. Well, there's mattresses, bedding, bedding, cribs and things like that.
Okay, I thought there were some baby things, car seats and everything
things like that.
they
What
don't.
else would there be? All kinds of stuff, AJ.
Yeah, high chairs, car batteries,
Right.
big appliances like stoves and fridges. We can't take that.
Right.
The larger pieces of furniture, we can't take that. Those kinds of things, you know. But mostly, you know, mattresses and things that you wouldn't. Most people would know.
Does it say on our thing here?
Yeah. We've got and on our website, on our Facebook page, it's
before
also
people
on there.
stand in line or
It's the general things that most places won't accept.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But pretty much everything else is there. I mean, we get vintage clothing too. You know, last year we had some old. You know, in the 1950s there was poodle skirts.
Yes.
Okay, we had those and the crinolines that go underneath them.
Wow.
So they were pink and blue and that kind of thing. Yeah, the guys really liked them.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Brings back a lot of memories for sure.
It does.
You've got a front of the line contest. I think this is really cool.
Yes. Well, Jean, you explain that because you're involved in it a lot more than I am. But it sounds like a really good way of getting people onto our website, the hospital website.
So you just go on to the Kemptville District Hospital Auxiliary Facebook page. So when you're in Facebook, you go in the search engine and you search KDH Auxiliary, and it'll take you to our Facebook page. So then all you have to do is click like and follow, So you follow our Facebook page.
Right.
And your name is automatically entered into a draw. Then we're going to do the draw the first week in June, just before Hay Day, and it's called Front of the Line Contest. And so the first person who wins that contest, it'll be a draw, a random draw. First person who wins will get 4 tickets, very fancy badges that the hospital did up for us, saying front of line, you know, the VIP. And you'll come to the front of the line on Friday night at 6 o'clock. That will be the first 4 people into Hay Day. So you'll get the run of the facility, you'll get first in, you get whatever you want kind of thing, plus a $20 gift certificate to be used at the Lil's Cafe, which is the Hay Day Cafe.
Right.
And right on site. And then there's a second winner who will get 1 front of the line badge, so can be the 5th person in, and they will also get a gift certificate for some food and drink at the cafe.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier too, you always set it up to, it looks exactly the same. You know where the linens are, you know where the appliances are, you know where the plants are, you know where the toys are, your purses, and you know where they are too. And much like the days of the Cabbage Patch dolls, remember when the doors open and people scattered?
Yes.
It's almost like that. People know I'm going there, you know,
Well,
they know where they want to go.
Yeah,
and
they know what they're looking for.
and they get in there.
for
They get in
sure.
there.
Yeah.
62 years. There's a lot of memories.
62 years, yeah, since before the hospital was built. This has been going. We didn't have it during COVID, of course. We had to shut down then.
I
But
think you
since
did
then,
your 50-50 draw though.
we did,
you? I
yes,
think, yes.
yeah, good memory, yeah, we did. We did the 50-50 draw, but we didn't have the garage sale, and of course that's what everybody likes, you know, is the garage sale. So
Absolutely,
we're back
absolutely.
up and operating, which is really great.
That's
and
right.
it's a ton of fun. It's just fun, but you have to be patient. You really have to be patient, and don't come when you're in a rush or you have to be somewhere else.
Right.
Just take your time and come.
Now, is it just the second day where you do fill the bag for $5?
Yes.
Saturday, yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah, so you can buy a bag, a large brown bag, it's got $5 on it, and when the people say it's time to go to certain sections, you can go there, and for $5 you can fill up your bag. Obviously there's some sections like China and that you can't
Pile up. No.
But in the shoes and purses, we
Absolutely.
would get
Christmas decorations.
Oh, yeah, Christmas decorations, everything. It's a good way of us getting our product reduced, but people getting a better deal. I mean, they come back many times because they've seen something they wanted, but now they can come back and put it in their bag for $5, and we make a lot of money off that. And it gets rid of our product too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because we only have so many hours to sell it.
That's right. That's right. It's less for you to clean up as well too.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
And we have a bake sale that goes on Friday night that's hugely popular. They could set up Saturday too, but they're always sold out of all their baking on Friday night. They're in the hallway. Yeah. So that sells out. It's a very good.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
So for the past 3 years, it's been at the Municipal Center. Before that, it was at the curling rink.
Exactly.
Municipal Center, June 6th and 7th.
Yep.
Free parking, free admission,
Yeah.
and lots of memories.
Definitely lots of memories.
Yeah,
Lots
exactly.
of fun.
That's right. And you had mentioned you have a Facebook page as well too. So
We
for more
do.
information.
Yes, Facebook page. And also, if anyone has any questions, they can email us. So it's kdha.heyday, and Hey is Hey. So heyday@gmail.com. kdha.heyday@gmail.com.
Well, thank you very much for coming here today and telling us about our 62nd Hay Day that's going on June 6th and 7th.